Hey everyone, Techne here with a headset review, and the headset we have today is one you guys have been requesting, and that's the HyperX Cloud Stinger. And yes, it's a HyperX headset with swivel, finally! And let me pull you in and show you, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so real quick, what you get in your box, obviously, you're going to get the headset right, hopefully, right? And then you're going to get a splitter for a PC so you can use your mic right there. Now, the cable on the headset is attached, so you cannot remove that. Same with the mic, it is attached. Neither of them are detachable. So anyways, on to the headset. What did you guys think about the close-ups right there? Honest opinion. Leave it down in the comments what you think about them. My honest opinion is... they look like they're something from the 80s. That's what I get, you know, with these kind of sharp lines right there and everything. I mean, they don't look bad. I'm not saying that. They don't look bad or anything, but again, they just don't look crisp and just smooth, right? These sharp lines and everything reminds me of some old muscle car from the 80s or something like that. You know what I mean? Again, it's not horrible, but... I don't know, it just looks a little goofy in my opinion. So anyways, let's go and start it off with comfort and build, right? Now, as you can see, as you saw in the close-ups right there, they use those little pleather ear cups right there, but they are really, really nice and soft. Yes, of course, your ears can get a little spicy in there because they're all the pleather all the way around, even on the inside right there. But again, it's pretty stinking cozy, as well as the top. You can see you got plenty of padding up there. And there's not much clamping force. Like, when you put them on your head, they feel pretty nice. Like, very nice, honestly. You almost forget they're on your head. They're so nice. You know, the only thing that's going to remind you that they're on your head is your sweaty ears. And yes, like I stated in the beginning, this HyperX headset does have swivel in the ear cups. Finally. Boy, I wish they would put this in like their alphas and their clouds and everything. This makes such a huge difference, especially for me. Because again, and also these guys are so lightweight. Very, very lightweight. So seriously, when you put them on your head, bam, they conform right to your head shape. They slide to the back, not too much pressure on the front. It's just, the pressure is just perfect right around your entire ear. It's not pressing in one spot too much. Very, very comfortable. All right, so let's go on and talk about build. And yes, the headset is 99% plastic, but your metal supports right here in the ears where you extend them from, as you can hear, it has little notches for you to adjust it, and those notches in there are plastic as well, but you have that metal support right there. But honestly, talking about it being 99% plastic, it feels durable. It doesn't feel chintzy by any means. It feels like a pretty solid plastic. And the cool thing I like about it is going back to that swivel and everything. Like, you know, guys know I kind of took on my headsets and do that whole stress test and everything. It's real cool because, again, this is where that swivel comes into play. Like, I try to do the stress test and just bend it, but I just start swiveling. So just think about that whenever you set it down or whatever head shape you're putting it on. It's not going to be one steady pressure point right there because, again, you got all that movement with this in the headset. Now going a little further into build and features and whatnot. Again, talking about that wire like I spoke about in the beginning, it is attached to the headset, but it feels really nice. Again, I don't ever really get tangled up because it kind of has that little rubber feel, so it never drops down. It kind of bounces back into shape right there. Now, as you can see, your volume adjustment is right on the back of the ear cup here, and it's not a wheel. It's just a little slider, as you can see right there. And that might be one thing I don't like because honestly with the wheel I can get that very slight mild adjustment right there. I feel like this when I'm going to adjust it, no matter what, I get a pretty massive adjustment. So that may just be me, but again, I prefer a wheel over the slider. And I noticed once or twice, again, it's not a big deal. Maybe it's just a chair I'm sitting in. It's a gaming chair with a little pillow and everything. And whenever I was sitting back with it, and if I leaned back, so my neck is kind of leaning on the pillow, it tended to move that slider sometimes. Again, maybe it was just the way I was sitting, but it did happen to me a few times. All right, now let's go talk about the mic, and we're going to do a mic test here shortly as well. But anyways, the mic, like I said, it is attached right there. It does not come off. And listen here. Do you hear that little click? That's when it goes muted, and then it's active. So I kind of really like that because there's nothing that lights up or nothing that really lets you know, but you do hear that click even when you're in game, and you really notice that click even through the headset, which I really, really like. And as you saw in the headset right there, it does tell you right there, swing up to mute. So you obviously know, hey, that's how it does mute. But the mic's nice. It has a nice distance right there. But the flex is kind of, like, look at that. Like, I'm trying to bend it down, bam, goes right back up. Bend it back right there, and bam, it goes up. So it kind of just holds that little bit of flex. It bounces up. But again, that's plenty of flex, because when you put it on your head and you get, oh, let's make that a little bigger, and you get it right here, you get some flex. It's plenty close for you, you know what I mean? But again, it doesn't really hold a very tight, firm flex there. Look at that mic right there, and look at that little slot. Do you guys see the little tiny bit of cloth in there? You know, it might be so hard for you guys to see. But anyways, there's a little bit of like cloth. I'm not sure what it is in there, but you can see it's a little bit of cloth. And then again through these holes right here. And it's almost like they have a built-in windscreen in it. Because honestly, when I did the mic test, you didn't get these P's and T's and all this stuff. It sounded really, really good. And again, when I started looking at the mic and I saw that in there, I said, wow, that is a really, really cool touch. Hey, let me bring you over here and do a quick mic test. Alright, so we are now using the mic on the headset, and while we're doing this little quick mic test, I'm going to show you the headset on Amazon. And as you see right now, they're coming in at $49.87. Now you can always find these guys on sale for around the $39.99 mark, but even again, at that $50 range, I think they're pretty stinking good. And this mic test right here, I honestly think the mic's pretty stinking good as well. Alright, so what did you guys think about that mic test? Me personally, I think it's pretty stinking good. Again, you're talking around a $50 headset, every now and then $40. Wow. Really, really awesome. All right, so I think we get a pass on comfort, 100%. We get a pass on build and durability. I think they're pretty stinking good. But how about sound? So as far as sound, I kind of got a mixed opinion here, right? Now this headset does use 50mm drivers. I know a lot of people are like, wow, for this price range, 50mm drivers, you know what I mean? But you really got to work with those and balance those out to make them really perform and shine, you know? And this headset's frequency range is 18 to 23,000, I believe. And most headsets in this price range are usually 20 to 20. Now the lower number is your bass and the higher number is your highs. And now what I'm saying as far as the 50mm drivers where you really need to work with them to make them shine, I tested this headset across every device from the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and the PC, and they sounded good. Again, what I'm saying is the highs were very high, and I'm usually one that really likes my highs to be a little more out there rather than my bass, but again, I felt like there wasn't much bass at all. It was more or less mids, if you catch my drift. It wasn't muddy by any means. Maybe it's just because those highs were taking over so much. I was playing a lot of fours on the Xbox, and let me tell you what, they got loud, really loud, where I had to turn them down, you know, so they have that for them. But again, the highs were just, God, they were so just screechy, and there was just no thump whatsoever. And I'm not looking for some head-shaking bass here by any means, but I want something. I want to hear it, you know, like I'd hit a brick wall or something. It was like, you know, there was no bass or crumble or rumble or anything. It's just like, you know, I stepped on a plastic cup. That's what it sounded like. And when I'm saying it sounded like you stepped on a plastic cup or something like that, it's not saying there was no bass whatsoever. Again, in my opinion, it felt like the bass was more overdone mids, if you catch my drift. Like there wasn't any really low end. It was all that mid right there and then the highs. And is that just because the highs were taking everything over? I'm not too sure, but again, it was really lacking that bass. It felt like all of the bass was just mids. And again, it wasn't bad. You know, we go back to this price range, you're talking $50, and a lot of headsets around this price range, you kind of get the opposite. You know what I mean? You get a little bit too much bass or too much mids, and it ends up being a little bit muddy. When this guy has too many highs, it's just weird. It's very different. But again, just keep that sound stage in mind. You know what I was really curious about? Maybe if you got like some sort of little amp on your desk or something, plug them in with this, maybe they'll really be able to shine that way. I don't know. I wasn't able to try that, but I'm really curious about that. That might be a pretty cool try. So all in all, the HyperX Cloud Stingers, my opinion, I really like them. I really, really do. And again, I caught them at the discounted price of $39. You know, so if you catch them at that price, I don't think you're going to go wrong at all. At $50, I still think like you're getting a winner right here. This is one of the upper tier $50 headsets I have tested, and I really, really like them. Again, across comfort, build, the value of the mic is stinking awesome. Again, the soundstage was just different. I'll put it there. I would have liked a little more low end and for that to be balanced out right there. But again, maybe if you're looking for that really high pitched and you just catch those footsteps and stuff, hey, this might be the right thing for you. But hey, let me know down in the comments what you think about the HyperX Stingers. Do you like them? Have you picked them up? What do you think about them? Again, I really think we got a win on our hands here. But hey, thank you so much for watching this one. I highly appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for future tech videos. Hey, I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now. HyperX, if you ever see my puny, puny little channel, please, please, put swivel in every single one of your headsets.